I love it. Oh, Mamie, did you hear that?
Yes, I did.
We're recording. Let's go ahead and get started. And for those latecomers, they can come, and everyone who needs to watch the recording. But welcome, everybody. You can either put yourself on mute and just listen in and enjoy your moment to yourself. I feel like when you come into these things, it's always so hectic getting the baby down, or your child settled, or your husband's kind of wanting to know what you're doing and you just got dinner finished up. So the hardest part is over. You're here now and listening, which is good. So Mamie and I are co-hosting this. Say hi, Mamie.
Hey.
We do everything together. We're great little buddies. So we have so much healing and love planned for you guys for the next 30 or 45 minutes. We've got some journal prompts, some breath work, a little bit of meditation. We've got Heidi on, who is going to teach us some Qigong, which is ancient Chinese energy healing. It was such a hit last time. Eden, who's on tonight, absolutely loved it and gave us such good reviews on it. So we're doing it again. Mamie's going to teach us crystals and how to harness the feminine energy from the full moon with crystals and tourmaline and all great stuff. And of course, our essential oils. So as we move forward and everything, just sink into wherever you are, maybe your couch. I'm here on my bedroom floor, just taking in the light from the window and my fiddly fig in the background. As we move forward, why don't we all just take a moment and make sure we've got a journal next to us or something to write with, because we're going to be starting off with some nice journal prompts. Get a couple essential oils for you, because we're going to be talking about some essential oils, some water. I also have my Sacred Woman Mist from Outback Apothecary right here to help cleanse my space. I also have, but these aren't the only ones you need. I have tourmaline. And is this quartz, Mamie? What is this?
Yes, it is a quartz.
A quartz. Is it rose quartz?
On my side, it looks like it might be a rose quartz.
It's the one you gave.
It's like, oh, okay, yeah. So okay. Yeah, so it is. Yes.
So grab your crystals if you have crystals and just kind of sink into your space. Every single time we start these beautiful soirees, we start with breathing and setting an intention. So I'm going to turn on some great music, and we're going to just grab our favorite essential oil, rub it in your hands, take a drink of your flavored essential oil water. I have my diffuser sitting right here. It has 1 drop of clove, 2 drops of grapefruit, and 3 drops of peppermint. Go ahead and just take a couple deep breaths. Sam's got his oils up there on the bed, which I think is cute. Go ahead and take some deep breaths. Settle into your space. Enjoy this time to yourself for a moment. Another deep inhale. Exhale. Relaxing, calming your nerves, settling your energy. And as you take these couple deep breaths, I want you to think about your feminine energy and the individuality you play in your own home, in your own life, in your own relationships. We're going to take 1 or 2 more deep breaths. Oh. Feels nice to breathe for a minute, especially I think all of us are moms on here. We probably have a lot going on. I think it's just nice to sit and breathe for a moment. So next up, we're going to start with a little meditation and a journal prompt for us to harness the full moon. But before we dive into that, me and Mamie want to explain to you guys what the full moon energy really is. And we understand, we talked a little bit about this last week, last Wednesday, as our pre-series, pre-intro to this. But full moons and rituals really have kind of a whacked out connotation to it. It's a lot of, oh, that's so hippie or that's so voodoo, that's kind of crazy. But we want you to understand that this is a great opportunity for you every week or every phase of the moon, whatever phase you choose to have a ritual for yourself. It's a great time to hone into your feminine energy. It's a great time to call upon your feminine energy. And for those of you who don't know, the sun is always the masculine energy in our world. The sun creates a masculine vibration, whereas the moon creates a feminine energy and is the feminine vibration. So, my husband here is on the bed in the background doing this with us and listening in and tuning in. So you don't have to be a woman or a dominant feminine energy to come and be a part of this. This is just a great time to hone in and listen and take time for yourself and grab your oils and really make a ritual for this. This is beautiful. Do you have anything to add to that, Mamie?
So just a little information, just to kind of like dive in a little bit. So the actual meaning of this full moon is for good fortune, optimism, and generosity. So I liked that. I wanted to just share that with you, but and then also it allows you to better understand your private and family life, including your romantic relationships. So just like I was saying last week, because I knew that this strawberry full moon was coming, this is an opportunity for us as women to, and whatever this means to you, to dive into your masculinity side and to really get closer to whatever male role models are in your life. So if your male role model is your husband because he's made you who you are today, this is the time where you guys can really connect with each other romantically, or just anything in your relationship that's needing that connection. It can also be if it's your father. Maybe your father was your male role model. Connect with him, or your brother. Maybe they had an impact on your life. So I thought that was kind of cool. There's one other thing I was going to mention and it just left me, but if I think of it, I can add on. But yeah.
I love that. So Mamie, is it a more dominant masculine energy right now because of the strawberry full moon? And do you know what the strawberry full moon means? What is that?
So yes, that is it. And so where the masculine energy comes from, when I looked it up, it said to chime in or get familiar with your Sagittarius side, whatever that means to you. So so that's why it's more of a masculine energy. But what it is you're wanting to dive into that side of your masculine energy so that you can balance the male and female energy together.
Okay. I'm taking notes right
So
here.
so it's balancing it out so that you're even.
So for those of you who don't know, we talked a little bit last week about finding out what your moon sign, your sun sign, and your rising sign is. You can find that out through some great resources online. Like I would even just Google get my personal birth chart and you can find that out. But when Mamie or anyone says to hone into your Sagittarius side or your Cancer side or your Leo side, you can really find that out and what that means to you by finding out your birth chart. So if you haven't done that yet, maybe we can make that a thing for next week, because this is obviously a 4-part series for each phase of the moon. So next week we're going to be working, I think next week is the crescent moon or the waxing, is it the waxing crescent, I believe? maybe the waxing gibbous. Anyway, so next week we're going to be going over, maybe next week we'll really hone into the birth chart and we can all do that together. But that's kind of what she means about honing into your Sagittarius side.
Yeah, so while we're, because I think Sydney is going to do a little journaling, kind of a little list of some sort or something. So just to keep that in mind when she does this little prompt, just do some things that are getting into connection with either role models in your life or anything that has to do with your romantic relationship, whatever that means to you guys.
Okay. So let's go over, as we segue into our journal prompt and our breath work, let's go over what the full moon energy is, because with each phase of the moon, because it is a feminine energy, comes different energies for us. So for the full moon, it is peak energy, blessings, joy and gratitude, and celebration. So even just having those, which I'm going to repeat right now for you guys: peak energy, blessings, joy and gratitude, and celebration. Knowing that those are the things that we're trying to hone into, the energies we're trying to hone into, think about what essential oils you have there in your home that you can snag. What energetic oils or oils that create energy can you grab? We all know that citrus oils are perfect for energy. What about joy and gratitude or celebration? Citrus bliss, citrus bloom, joy, motivate, cheer. There's a whole line of emotional essential oils. So keep that in mind over the next week while you're trying to hone in the blessings and the celebration, maybe some changes in your life and you're trying to hone into your masculine energies. Grab those essential oils and let that part of the earth and that part of the universe guide you through that. But let's kind of go into our journal prompts and breath work, and then we'll move into Mamie's crystals and whatnot. So I want you to grab a different essential oil, maybe something more grounding to you, something that steadies your soul. So I've got cedarwood, frankincense, and the Steady blend from the kids collection. And I actually used this in my yoga practice today, and it was absolutely life-changing. So I'm going to roll that on my palms and make sure you're applying it to your chest or your heart chakra and your third eye chakra. I'm going to do my cedarwood, apply it to my heart, my third eye. And I'm going to guide us through some journal prompts to hone in these energies from the full moon. These are very specific journal prompts and specific moon readings for the full moon. We'll have completely different ones next week for our crescent moon. So let's take another couple deep breaths. Let ourselves sink into this space. Allowing this space to become sacred to us. Let me change the playlist here. Okay, take another couple deep breaths. All right, I'm going to invite all of us to close our eyes. I'm not going to close my eyes because I'm reading our journal prompt, but close our eyes, sink into this space, take some deep breaths, keep your hands cupped to your nose. Deep breath, everyone. Allow yourself to sink in right now. Allowing this space to be sacred to you. Letting your heart be open. Allowing your third eye to accept all of the energies the moon has for us and this great Mother Earth. And in your mind, as I speak each word, I want you to repeat it to yourself. Tonight, I cleanse myself of old habits and beliefs that no longer serve me. I refresh my energy and clear my mind. I open my heart to a new and better path that serves me with love, prosperity, happiness, and success. Mother Moon, I call to you. Tonight your energy is new. Under your full cycle, I heal and cleanse myself. With this bright full moon, I choose to cleanse and release all that no longer serves me. Another deep breath, allowing yourself to open your heart and keep repeating, I release limiting beliefs. I release pain and suffering. I release fears, doubts, and insecurities. I release obstacles. I release all obstacles on my path, and I release those relationships that no longer serve my highest good. I release situations and energies that no longer are in tune with my spirit. I now choose to release it all and ask for it to be transmuted by loving and healing light by you, Mother Moon. One more deep breath and exhale. Oh, such a good practice. Okay. So having set our intention now, we've got our oils going, we've had our water, we've set our intention. Let's go ahead and open up our journals to just a beautiful blank page, no writing on it, no doodles. And we're going to do 2 different journal prompts that are going to take about 2 or 3 minutes each time. And we're going to journal for a moment together and allow ourselves to just freely release and cleanse our spirit and ourselves, like our prompt or our moon prayer just said. So this first prompt, honestly, ladies, allow yourself to feel, I know we're kind of in a public space right now, but allow yourself to write down the things that you need to write down. I'm going to encourage you to take some deep breaths in between writing. I'm going to give you guys like 60 or 90 seconds with each journal prompt. So here's the first journal prompt. And this is such a good one. I'm so glad that I found this. Let's see, where is it? Okay. What is one thing that is no longer serving you? This can even be a relationship. It can be maybe hard feelings towards your spouse or a best friend or a child or anything. What is one thing that is no longer serving you? And for the next 90 seconds, and you can add on to this over the course of the next week, but over the next 90 seconds, we are going to write a goodbye letter to this thing that is no longer serving us. And we're going to release our attachment to this thought, idea, relationship, or whatever is no longer serving us. So here we go. I'm going to give you guys another little bit to just allow yourself to think about one thing that is no longer serving you and write some goodbye letters to it.
Turn these diamonds straight back.
All right. Take a couple deep breaths. If you still need some time to continue this journal prompt and give yourself some more openness, feel free to do that, especially after we close this awesome little get together. Now, the last journal prompt, and sorry, you guys can't really see me that great, but the last journal prompt that I wanted us to go through is something positive. And now that you've chosen a date, which, I guess I can kind of share mine. I'm happy to share with you guys what I'm releasing. I've chosen to release perfectionism and self-doubt and the mindset of go, go, go. I know that as a mom, I am constantly feeling not good enough or guilt or blame for not being present in my child's life more. But then I feel guilty when I'm not working or creating momentum for my businesses or things like that. And I know all of us can agree. So I think it's so powerful that this journal prompt, we get to choose a date and let that go. So I encourage you all to actually choose a date and really let whatever you're releasing, release that from your life and your heart. Mamie, do you want to share, or is yours a little too personal?
So I would say, so there was two things, procrastination, and the negative feelings that I feel towards things that are going on in my life right now. That is a little bit too personal, but relationship stuff, just trying to let those negative feelings go.
I think that's such a huge one. We all have either a friendship that's gone awry or a family relationship, or even your relationship with like your spouse or your partner can always play into that. So good job. That's awesome. Good for you. Procrastination is mine too. I'm never a strong one at time management. So, okay. Thank you for sharing. I just kind of wanted to open that up for everyone.
Sure.
Now, our next journal prompt, I wanted to kind of end our journal prompts on something positive, not just something negative that we're trying to release. So let's tap into our feminine energy, take another couple deep breaths, and let's do this one, which is, what aspects of your life feel well balanced right now? And how could these aspects be used to transform other areas of your life? I think this is so powerful because we are all so hard on ourselves. So let's think about how or what aspects of our lives are well balanced. And how can we use those in other areas of our life? All right. I know that not everyone obviously feels comfortable sharing, but since I'm kind of the one that brought us all together, me and Mamie, I'm happy to share so that you guys can relate to us here. But one thing that I feel that is very balanced in my life is my relationship with my husband, Sam, and the relationship I have with my body and my self-image. I wrote down that I love the strength and fortitude Sam and I share together. I love my body and the strength that I have within my body, even though my body is far from perfect by the world standards. And I've really come to realize that how this plays such a huge role in other aspects of my life is that everything takes hard work. Nothing is, I wasn't given an easy marriage. I wasn't given a love for my body. In fact, I struggled with eating disorders and self-hatred for years and years and years. And this has taught me that I get to celebrate my hard work. I love celebrating with my husband how much we love each other just by laughing together and being together and completely and unapologetically loving each other's company. And I love celebrating my body through yoga and movement, and even just taking time like this for 45 minutes on a Wednesday evening by worshiping the moon, for lack of a better word. So that's kind of what I wrote. Mamie, do you want to share?
Sure. So I said being a full-time mom, that to me has been great and well balanced, and I'm happy. I mean, you know, there's some days, but for the most part, being a full-time mom, and self-love and romantic relationship, as well as with my family.
Oh, I love that. We all have so much to be grateful for and so much to look at and be proud of ourselves. All right, let's kind of move on. Was that helpful for you guys? Did you guys enjoy that for next time? Yeah, cool. All right, so Mamie, let's have you take us through some of the crystals and the full moon energies with the crystals. I'm so excited to learn from you.
Okay. All right, so Sydney and I decided that of all the crystals that I listed last time, I would pick 3 and go over them with you guys, and then we will talk about the grid that I told you guys about last time, and we'll get a little more in depth with that. So the first one I wanted to talk about was amethyst. So this is, I feel like amethyst is like lavender essential oil. Everybody knows it. So basically, amethyst is known to open up your crown chakra and your third eye. It protects as well, so it's known as a protective crystal. And it's great for unavoidable business, whatever that means to you. The next one I wanted to cover, just because I feel like this is also very popular, is clear quartz. So the clear quartz has the power to even out and elevate heavy energies. So I thought that went really well with what we were talking about tonight as far as the strawberry moon balancing everything out. And then just a little side note. Let's do this first. So the moonstone, I wanted to cover the moonstone really quick. So the moonstone is great for those of you who were born during the, I can never say this word, whining phase. Gentle energy attracts fluid, pleasant dreams, evens out blood pressure, and can help an overthinking mind to fight insomnia. So those of you who struggle with insomnia, any blood pressure issues, if you need help with evening out your dreams and the fluidity of your dreams, that is a good stone to have. Now, moonstone and clear quartz combined does wonders for your mind and your body. So if you're having any body aches and pains, or just like how Sydney was talking about, if you're having some body image issues, that those two together are awesome to have. So those are the 3 oils for this week. So what you can do with even just those crystals, or if you have the ones that I mentioned last week, and your grid. So basically what are the things you can do with it, right? So what you can do is part of your full moon ritual, if you would like to start implementing the grid and the crystals, is you can place the crystals on the earth. So whether that's your front porch, on the sidewalk, or in the dirt somewhere, or even your lawn, in the moonlight, to charge the energies that those stones will bring to you in the moonlight. So you'll basically lay them out. You can just lay them out however you want, and then leave it overnight is what a lot of people like to do, or you can do it for a couple of hours so that it can draw in that energy from the full moon. And it will charge it so that it stays with you for a month, for a year, whatever. Now, some people like to actually use the grid that I told you about, like to use that and then when we place our crystals on the grid, which I'll explain a little bit more, then they'll actually take that outside and put it on the ground and let it charge up its energy from the moonlight. So that's the different kinds of things that you can do with your crystals for if you want to add it to your full moon ritual. Now, how the grid works. So the flower of life symbol that I recommended to you guys for your full moon ritual, the meaning of it is to connect you with the universe and support manifesting. So if you're wanting to manifest something in particular, a lot of people like this one because it is one of the most common grids, and it's just easy. It's pretty universal. So it's just the easiest one to grab for and place your crystals.
So what is the Flower of Life moon grid? We look that up and we can look at that?
Yeah, so I actually, if you want to give me access, I actually have it pulled up so I can share with you guys.
Okay, I'm making you the host right now. Okay, you're good.
Okay, so let me minimize this.
So this Flower of Life crystal grid is to help manifest, which is perfect for right now here in the full moon, is to manifest and bring energy and celebration into our lives.
Yes.
So then if we're able to use this Flower of Life crystal grid, use our oils, and use like harnessing this energy, I feel like this is like the perfect time to create such magic and celebration in our lives with whatever it is in your life.
Exactly. Okay, and so here we are. Okay, can you guys see it okay? It is kind of big.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see. There we go.
Oh my
So
gosh, so
that,
it's like a little altar for your crystals.
yeah, so
Oh my
that's what it
gosh.
looks like. And then what I want to get into with you guys is kind of the placement, because it's not just placing it on there and there you go. There's actually a method to it.
Okay.
So it gets pretty crazy. But so yes, so this specific grid is very universal. This is a lot of people's go-to because it's the most one of the most common ones. So it connects you with the universe, so that's why it's also known as the full moon grid. And then, like Sydney said, supports manifesting. Okay, so I will pull up another image for you guys in just a second so that this makes a little more sense. But last week I mentioned a couple different crystals that are great for your full moon rituals. So the first one that would go on this grid, and again, I'll show you. Actually, you know what? Let me pull it up right now because this could be a little bit confusing so that you guys can see the layout of the numbers.
This is so interesting because I know for me, I do full moon rituals and I like focus on that and everything every month, but I've never laid out a crystal grid and really used this. So I like, do I feel like slightly like awkward about this? Absolutely. Even me, like the ultimate hippie, like this is so cool and new to me.
I know, it's crazy. When I was doing my certification for this, I was like, what?
Yeah,
like,
so cool.
This is a thing. I had no clue that people use grids or anything like that. So it was pretty mind-blowing to me. Okay, sorry guys, I'm just sending it to my email really quick so I can pull it up on here. Okay.
While you're pulling that up, everybody, I don't know how you guys use your crystals because I know everyone on here uses crystals, so feel free to share if you feel so inclined. But I've got smaller crystals, like kind of similar to this. I know this looks like a little bit big, but this I believe is tourmaline, which absorbs negative energy. And I'll even just put it like in my bra throughout the day where like it's close to my heart and solar plexus chakra, because you know your bra kind of holds it in or your tight shirt kind of holds it in. And I'll just let that attract or like absorb my negative energy, especially if I'm on my period and I'm not feeling well. Maybe I'm feeling a lot of frustration, or maybe me and Sam have had a fight or something, or I'm really struggling with will. I'll just put my crystal in my bra or in my shirt and just walk around with it. I know it's kind of silly, but walk around with it all day. And I really do notice such a huge difference. And then if I'm utilizing my oils like frankincense or patchouli or rose on my heart chakra and solar plexus chakra as well, I noticed the biggest difference. So maybe that can be a little tip to you to like get a couple of smaller friendly crystals and utilize them that way.
Yep, it's definitely a thing. That was also something they talked about in my crystal class too, which was interesting. I was like, people really carry those things around, but it's a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so number one, that's gonna be the selenite. So if you guys have that when you guys do your full moon ritual, and we'll actually go into detail because there's actually like steps in cleaning your crystals before you place them on your grid and everything like that. So as we get further along, you know, we have like a bunch more part 2s, part 3s, whatever coming. So we'll go over that a little bit more. But your number 1 is going to be the selenite. Your number 2 is going to be your moonstones. Your number 3 is going to be your labradorite. I cannot say that word to save my life. And then the 4 is going to be your clear quartz, and that's your grid. So you're going to place them where the arrows are pointing, obviously, and that's how you would place all of your crystals on your grid.
That's amazing.
And then what a lot of people will do is when they've placed their crystals on their grid, then they will leave it in place. Most people leave it there for a month. You don't have to do that. You can do it for as long as you feel that you need. And you want to place it somewhere where you'll see it, so it's a constant reminder of what you are grateful for or your intentions and goals.
So that's the full moon crystal grid. Obviously, there's a different one for the crescent grid, which is next week. So we'll go over the crescent grid, right?
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, and there's all sorts of different grids. Like, you guys, this is like oils on freaking steroids. Like, it's really overwhelming because it's not only do you have crystals and they have all these different meanings and manifestations, right? But then you also have these grids. And so and because some people, you don't even have to stick to these specific crystals, right? Because you can use this for other things, like even if you're not doing a full moon ritual, but this is just the most known to the full moon ritual. But if someone isn't into the full moon rituals, I mean, this is just something people use on a regular basis for their own type of personal rituals or whatever. So there is tons. Like, if you guys looked up crystal grids, there is so many different crystal grids. Some people make their own based off of, so they'll have like the main grid. So like this one, the flower of life symbol, some people make their own, but it looks very, very similar to it. So
Okay.
it's a lot that goes into it.
This is just a great
go on.
starting point for us, though. Like, this is so incredible. I had no idea about all of these things.
Yes, it's crazy. So if you guys want this, I can save it and send it out to you guys if you want it as an example. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. I was trying to make it quick but informative at the same time. So
Yeah, I love it. This is amazing. So Mamie, why don't you go ahead and send this to me, and then I'll send it out in the recap and reporting email. So if you're wanting this stuff, just make sure you check your emails, you guys, this probably tomorrow sometime. So Mamie, send I need a host ownership back.
Yes.
But we're gonna go ahead and go to the Qigong portion of this so that guys can get you out of here. Sorry, we're going a little bit over. But so Qigong is actually an ancient Chinese energy healing practice. And Heidi's here to take us through. So this is a total hands-on situation right now. So Mom, Heidi, can you explain it to us just for a second, a little bit about what we're about to do?
Yes.
Okay.
So let me see if I can put this on a view though I can see. There we go. Okay, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah. Really quick, before you go ahead and start us off, for those of you who do not know Heidi Olson, I think a lot of you do because she's on like all of the soirees, but she is the most amazing woman you will ever meet in your life. She is a mental health therapist. She is a certified holistic health coach. She is also now a therapist Qigong, which means she has gone through 2 years of intensive training about this Chinese energy healing and work. So we are so lucky to have her be my mother because we get to learn so much from her. And this is such a hands-on healing experience. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about it?
Okay. So I just finished last week my medical Qigong therapist certification, which Sydney actually came and helped with the group coming from basically all across the United States. And we had a great week last week studying with Dr. Zhen Wang, who's a doctor of medical Chinese medicine. And so it's an energetic healing process, and being able to do the different organ exercises, it's meditation, It's using energy, earth energy, energy from the heavens to pull down to help your body move into healing spaces. So if you guys want to stand up, okay, we're going to do 2 things together, just take a couple minutes. And these are things that you can start your day with, end your day with. Sydney, would you turn on Shamanic Dream on YouTube?
Yep.
Let's get some music. What I'd like you to do, we did a little bit of this last time. Can you guys see my full body? Okay. Yes. Okay. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you an exercise called Golden Ball. Okay. So if you can see my hand, you're going to point your hands straight out towards you. Okay. You're going to stand with your feet, about shoulder width apart here. And the reason that we're doing Golden Ball is you're going to gather Earth's energy up through your feet, your legs, and into your lower dantian, which is your lower half of your body here. Okay. So we're going to call up the energy from the earth. So you're going to put your hands facing down and your fingers pointing forward. Okay. And maybe you just want to watch me the first time. So you're going to grab the energy, pull it up into your lower dantian right here, your lower body. And then we're going to bring it up a little bit, and you're going to expand that energy, that golden energy. You're going to kind of coil the back, where your shoulder blades are, coil that, expand the energy, compress the energy, pull the energy in, do it from the side, push the energy out, bring the energy back down, settle the energy, and then disperse the energy. Okay. So what you do again, golden ball, put your hands down towards the earth. What you're imagining in your mind, ladies, is you're bringing the energy, golden energy from the earth. You're sucking it up through the bottoms of your feet. Now, when you're standing, you want to actually get your body in position where you can roll your perineum forward so that your root chakra is in line with the earth so that it can receive the earth's energy and pulling it up through your feet into your lower dantian here. Okay, so you want to roll your perineum forward. This is called Wu-Ji position. Okay, you want to start in Wu-Ji, and then we're going to grab the energy, pull it up, create a ball right here. Imagine that energy, feel that energy between your hands. Breathe in. Breathe in again. Expand. Coil back. Breathe out. Breathe in. Push the energy out. Breathe out. Settle the energy and disperse the energy. Okay, so let's just try that about 5 times. Here we go. Get ready. Pull the energy in. Settle it in your lower dantian between your hands. Pull it up. Expand. Contract. Pull it in. Push the ball out. Lower the ball. Disperse. Again, gather the energy. Breathe in. Breathe out. Pull it in. Breathe in. Push the ball out. Settle the ball. Disperse the ball. Try it again. Golden ball. Rest it here. Breathe in and expand. Contract. Pull in. Push out. Settle the ball. Disperse. One more time. Gather the ball. Golden light from the earth. Bring it up. expand the energy, compress golden light energy. Pull it in towards you. It's a big ball. Push it away. Settle the ball. Disperse the ball. Okay. Anytime, ladies, that you want to gather the energy of the earth and calm your soul, golden ball is a really good exercise. To imagine that ball, close your eyes, and you're just pushing and pulling the ball towards you. Bring down, disperse. Okay. Really, really great practice. How does everyone feel? A little bit more calm, a little grounded, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Kind of
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to do one more, which is last time. We stand up and you pull the energy from the earth and you pull down heaven's light. This is called pulling down the heavens. Wash it all across the front of your body. Again, pull the second time, pull the energy up from the earth. Turn your palms up. Pull the energy down from the moon and the golden light from the sky. Second time, and then a third time, bring it up again. And then pull down the heavens across. The second time you're going through your back, and then this time you're going to imagine it coming down right through the middle of your brain and your spine. Okay, so let's try that all together and then we'll be finished. Okay, get in your Wuji position with your belly tucked, your perineum tucked. All right, here we go. Pulling down the heavens 3 times. Pull up energy from the earth. Pull down heaven's golden light, moonlight, wash it down the front of your body. Second time, here we go. Pull it up from the earth. Pull it down from the heavens. Imagine it washing across the back of your body. Third time, pull up golden energy from the earth. Combine it with the light of the moon and the heavens, and it's washing down through the center of your Taiji pole, which is your spine, and down through your bottom chakra. And you want to, the last time, you want to seal that energy in your lower dantian and just sit for about 10 seconds. Let's breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Feel the energy in your body. And breathe out. Thank you, ladies, for letting me share those 2 amazing practices.
Thank you. So one thing that really resonated with me is especially this golden light calling down the heavens. That is such an easy practice. Like those movements are so simple and so easy. And especially if maybe you struggle with periods, endometriosis, reproductive, and not necessarily infertility. Like you don't have to suffer with infertility, but especially the full moon and this qigong, and then utilizing some of your crystals, maybe your amethyst, and then maybe clary calm or patchouli or ylang ylang or rose over your uterus. Think about how powerful that is for your inner personal soul energy to have all of those aspects tied together for your own energetic healing. That's just incredible that we have all of these aspects to choose from. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. We didn't get too much into the essential oil portion. I feel like we were kind of going over on time. So maybe we can touch a little bit more on that for next week's crescent moon. We can go over some oils, but was this helpful for you guys? I see lots of head nods. Perfect. Okay, you'll receive a recording for this. If you want to reference anything back, I'll also be doing little pictures of like, you'll get an ebook, and you'll also receive recaps of all of this good stuff. So next week's is the crescent moon, which is a whole other moon ritual that you get to learn about. It will be Wednesday as well. And we'll be doing, you think 8:30 maybe? Is 8:30 good?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. That works for me.
Okay. So 8:30 next week for the crescent moon and the energy of that. So hopefully you guys will be able to snag that as well.
Quick
Do you have
question for you guys, if you want to unmute yourselves. Is there anything that you guys want to know a little bit more about that maybe you haven't got yet from these series as of now?
Great question. Looks like nothing. We're perfect, baby.
There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah. Okay, well, if you guys have anything you want to learn a little bit more about, you can always message us and let us know what you guys are thinking you'd like some more of. So I hope you guys all have a beautiful night. Thank you so much, Heidi, Mom, for sharing.
You're welcome.